The next guy coming to the stage is a great friend of mine. He first got me my first gig here. You've seen him on True TV. He shared the stage with Gilbert Gottfried and Artie Lang and Carl. It's Johnny Hollywood. Johnny Hollywood.
Keep it going for Carl, everybody. Yeah. You know, he's not gay. He's not. I've been to his house. He's got a wife, an actual woman, who identifies as a woman. 3 kids who identify as kids. It's fucked up. Carl, are you gay?
No!
See? Keep it going for Nathan Lane, everybody. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. I broke my hand.
Oh, no.
Before you start screaming, hey, you doing jerking off? Because that's where you're going to go with that. No, it was not. But if someone knows how to break their hand jerking off, please tell me. It sounds like fun. How hard do you have to jerk off to break your hand? That's great. Actually, I tripped over the vibrator cord. That's how this happened. Just gotta be honest. Actually, I tripped up the stairs like our beloved President Biden. Yeah. I had back surgery in December. Paul, No Filter Paul, and I were in a bad car accident, and Paul, he's so compassionate. I don't know if you could tell just by his demeanor on stage, but we were in Trauma 1 emergency room in Staten Island, and there was an old man who couldn't breathe. And he kept screaming, nurse, I need oxygen. I can't breathe. For the love of God, I need oxygen. And Paul, in his compassion, said, well, maybe if you shut your fucking mouth, you might have some air to breathe. He is a true saint. Yeah. So, guys, it's a whole year now, this COVID bullshit. You guys wearing a mask?
No.
Fuck no, that's right. Masks don't work. Just ask all those dead Iranian women. They're fucking dead. And they were all covered up. I wear the mask because I have to, not because I think it works. But I'll tell you what, I was shocked the first time I wore that mask that my breath stunk. Were you surprised by that? Yeah. When I put that on, I walked. I said, "Who took a shit out here?" It was bad, man. After that whole, prolonged captivity where we all had to stay inside and they finally let us out, I went to Costco for the first time, and I can tell you right now, one thing a mask can do is turn a 4 into a 6. There was this beautiful girl. The body was amazing. I didn't see the face at first, but I saw the other side, and I was like a convict getting out of jail after a 10-year stretch. I was fucking, I was ready to, oh yeah. And this girl was amazing, and beautiful eyes, beautiful black hair. She's gorgeous, right? And I kept running into her throughout the whole store. I just kept bumping into her, just randomly. And by the time we got to the checkout, she had gotten there ahead of me, and she had gone to the food court and ordered a hot dog. And when she pulled her mask down to eat the hot dog, definitely a 4. Absolutely. This girl must have been an essential worker because she looked like a goalie for a dartboard. You understand? Yeah, it was bad, But then she started to eat the hot dog and she ate the whole thing without chewing. She became a 10. Absolutely a 10. If you can eat a hot dog without chewing, you're a 10. That was fun. You guys are great. I like you guys. You're a good-looking crowd. Much better looking than last week's crowd. Last week's crowd, I did a burn victim fundraiser. They were not much to look at. But they smelled delicious. On the way home, I had a flame-broiled Whopper. They're delicious, by the way. Oh, man. COVID's fucked up. I don't know, man. Help me out with this, right? You know when we have a hurricane, everyone runs out and buys all the water and batteries? You know, and then when we have snow, everyone runs out and buys all the milk and bread? Why the hell were we buying all the toilet paper? That disease didn't even affect that end. You understand? Why were we buying the toilet paper? I don't get it. I did find toilet paper, though, at a place you wouldn't normally think to find toilet paper. Home Depot. Yeah, it was over in the paint aisle, 3M on the side. It was red on a roll. It was rough. Of course, it said course on the side. Let me tell you something about that toilet paper. It took off everything. Dingleberries, hair, a mole. I used it to take a finish off the back. It was great. It was amazing. My wife hated that toilet paper. Every time she used it, she got her period. You guys cool with this whole George Floyd trial going on? They want to convict that cop? I'm not sure how it's going to end up. I think we're going to have riots anyway it goes, you know?
Of course.
Of course.
But I'll tell you what, when that verdict comes in, I'm going to be camping out in a Best Buy parking lot because I need a new PlayStation. Being home, like everybody being in captivity, as it were, animals got very bold. And I was debating whether or not I'd even tell you this story, but you seem like a great crowd, so... I looked out my window one afternoon and I had like a menagerie on my lawn. I had a raccoon, 2 squirrels, a chipmunk, a rabbit, a possum, and a duck. All out on my front lawn. Crazy, right? I don't even live by water. I didn't know why that duck was out there. I was getting a little pissed off. I'm like, okay, I get the mammals, but what the fuck is going on with the duck? I called my wife downstairs. I said, honey, look out the window here. She says, oh, look at all the animals. I says, yeah, but why is there a duck? And she says, hey, Quack Lives Matter. I don't know if I like you guys for laughing at that or not. I just take that one to work on Monday. Fuck it. I like you guys a lot. A lot of young people here today. You guys are fucking children. I think I got socks older than you. I mean, like seriously, you basically look like sperm. It's troubling. A lot of single guys here got problems dating. Do you, fellas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Dating today for you kids is hard, but you know what? For me, it was even harder. Back in the day, you had to have an alcohol tolerance. You had to be able to stand in a smoke-filled room all night long and scream into the face of somebody you were attracted to. Yeah. You said something like, hey! Yeah, my name is John. What's your name? Oh, Sarah, that's good. I work at a drugstore. I go to school. I live at home. Oh, you got your own place? You want to go to your place? You want to leave now? Let's go now, right? That's dating back. You know what you guys do now? This is what you do. That's not dating. That's shopping. That's bullshit. And then you guys match. Oh, we matched. And then you fuck. What? That's bullshit. That's prostitution, I think. I don't know what that is. We matched. What the... Dude, back in the day, there were like bases involved. You had to spend money and shit, right? You could break an arm trying to get to third base. Do you understand that your jeans came up to here? Now, 3 teeth in a zipper. 3 teeth in a zipper. You're like, I'm in. You're in. That's it. There's no... That's bullshit. Holy shit. And back in the day, guys, all the girls had full bush. Full bush. Oh my God, full bush. And you want to know what's really fucked up? In tight jeans, that thing was more compressed than a Brillo pad. You couldn't get your... You ever tried to poke a hole through a Brillo pad with your finger? It's not happening. You know what they had in common with Brooklyn? Flatbush. That's what was going on. too. Guys have flat bush too. It's fucked up. We have. I just shaved my balls this afternoon. I'm feeling sexy. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Holy shit. You know what I like today? Girls complain. You guys, oh, he sent me a dick pic. I don't like getting dick pics. I don't get dick pics. I'm not that kind of girl. Exactly. Bullshit. You are that kind of girl. You just didn't like that dick. You probably got a cold fucking cock blocker in your phone and a hidden phone with all the dicks you like. That's right. Oh, I like that one, that one, that one. Oh my God, this one. Did you see he sent me a dick pic? I don't like getting a dick pic like this. Don't be lazy, guys, with your dick pics. Fucking plump it up. Get the angle right. What's wrong with you? Grab it by the base. Push down the fat. Do it right. Angles. It's all important. Mirrors if you need them. You know how long back in the day it took for a dick to come out?
Oh, God.
3 months. You had to date a guy for 3 months before that dick came out for the first time. And if you didn't like that dick, you were emotionally attached.
What?
You had to come up with an excuse. Who remembers this conversation? No, it's not you. It's me. It's me. No, you are fine. I just don't like tiny dicks. No, your dick isn't small. It's what's on the inside that counts. How much of your dick you can get on the inside. That's what counts. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And you girls have to send that booby pic. You have to send the booby pic upon request. You have to. Because, guys, 3 dates, you used to be able to see the tits. And then sometimes they were tits you didn't like. You know what I mean? Like, I like a big, fat nipple. I like it when it looks like a half a gallon of ice cream with magic shell on it and a Hershey's Kiss on top. That, to me, is a lady. You know what I'm saying? If those tits weren't right, you were stuck with those tits forever. Ladies, we need that tit pic. Don't be stingy. Pretend you're on the beach in Greece. It's messed up, man. There's too many apps. There's too many apps. Makes it too easy for you guys. What do you got? You got Tinder. Some of you guys got Grindr. My favorite alt-right website for dating is Cracker Barrel. I think it's time we start consolidating the apps, though. We're getting too far. We got so many now. Like we got Uber and Lyft. That's the same thing. Then you got all your dating apps. I think we should put them together. Like put Uber and Tinder together, call it Tuber. Yes. Penis or vagina delivered to your house in 20 minutes or less, or it's free. And if you don't like the one you got, we'll send you another one. How cool would that be, right? That'd be fun. I got mistaken for an Uber driver once. That was fucking weird.
Oh, no.
Yeah, man. I was leaving a club one night. It was really weird. It was late. It was like 2:30 in the morning. And I said to myself, you know what? I better set up the GPS, plug the phone in case it dies, you know. And as I'm doing all my information, I'm going to mount the phone, some guy just opened my back door and got in the car. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it was a violation. But this guy was like, he was determined because my car is a mess. I shouldn't be an Uber driver, right? He opened the door and my shit started falling out of the car. He's pushing it back in and he's trying to get in the car. And he says to me, bro, you got to do a better job than this. I'm like, who are you, the mess police? Why are you in my car? And he goes, oh, you're not my Uber? And I'm like, does it look like an Uber to you? And he goes, well, now that you mention it. And as he said that, right, his Uber passes my car, drives out into the street, and is gone. And he goes, oh, that was my Uber. And I'm like, sucks to be you, pal. You're fucked. He was truly fucked. And here's why. His phone was dead. He couldn't call for another Uber. I laughed so hard. But I also felt bad for this guy. And I asked him where he lived. And he said, Bloomfield, New Jersey. And I'm like, fuck, I live in Nutley. I can't even tell him I'm going in a different direction. I asked him his address. It was on the way. I told him, hop up in the front seat, I'll take you home. Wasn't that nice of me? That was nice, right? I didn't even get home that much later than normal, but this guy really took his time with the blowjob. Those are the rules. I don't know if you know that. Cash, grass, or ass. Nobody drives for free. You understand? Yeah, remember that time you had a flat tire? You had to get to work the next day? Yeah. Yeah, he's laughing because he's been there. He knows. Don't get in the van with the bad candy, man. There was no candy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. I like you guys a lot. You guys are cool. My father would love you guys. My father's a little fucked up, though. He does these random phone calls. He's 88 years old now, and he calls me stupid, like stupid questions. Stuff that, like, I don't, really have a lot of problem with. He says, can I get a second remote control for the TV? And I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with the first one? He says, nothing, but I can't get it out of your mother's goddamn hands. And I got a little upset for my mom, and I'm like, Dad, Mom will give you the remote, just ask her for it. He goes, no, you don't understand. She gets a hold of that remote control, and it's like a death grip. And then I get stuck watching her bullshit all night long. The Property Brothers, Say Yes to the Dress, The Real Housewives. I hate that shit. And I feel bad for him because I hate that shit too. Like, there's no reason why I should know why Teresa Giudice is getting a divorce. Do you understand? And then my father tells me that my mom falls asleep with the remote in her hand, and when he goes to get it, she wakes up and he's stuck watching her bullshit all over again. Then he says, but if I had a second remote, I could just whip it out and change the channel, not bother her, and I could enjoy my life. And at that moment, I realized my father's a genius. He's, like I hated him growing up. He was a disciplinarian. He always tried to teach me a lesson, Like one time he put me through a wall. Later that night, he taught me how to fix sheetrock. You see how that works? By the time I graduated high school, we had new sheetrock in every room of the house. It's fucking brutal. Just before Christmas time, though, he calls me and he says, you know what you want for Christmas? I says, yeah, I want that new PlayStation. We established that earlier, sir. And he goes, no, you want 30 pairs of underwear. And I'm like, why do I want 30 pairs of underwear? He says, because then you only have to do the wash once a month. And again, he's a fucking genius. He's absolutely right. But here's my problem. I don't buy my own underwear. I'm fucking lazy like that. I have an old lady in my life always buys my underwear for me. My grandmother, an aunt, my wife, my mother-in-law. Somebody buys me the underwear, right? And it's always that shitty Fruit of the Loom ShopRite Special 12-pack underwear. That's the worst underwear there is, right? You ever have catastrophic underwear failure, fellas? Anybody? Standing there talking to your pals and one nut suddenly gets cold? Like one bull decided to make a break. We're in the left pocket. Yeah. That underwear is the worst. I put that in the wash in March. I came out with labels. That underwear is garbage. Men, we need absorbency. We need support. And we need that fly in the front. That's very important as underwear goes, right? So I wanted the good stuff. I went to Macy's. I wanted to buy Calvin Klein's. I go over and I find the underwear I needed, my size, the cut and everything, and I grab the package and I'm walking past the mirror and I look at myself and I look like a gay King Kong. I had a naked man in my hands. It's like, why did Calvin decide to put naked dudes on the underwear package? I don't care. I don't know. I'm not buying this shit. So I tell my wife, I said, sweetheart, buy me 30 pairs of underwear. You know what she bought me? Sexy underwear.
Yeah.
No, it's useless. Sexy underwear is bullshit. It doesn't have support. It doesn't have absorbency. Let me explain what she bought me. She bought me a sheer pouch. A marble bag, if you will, with a drawstring and a strap that tied around my back. Thank you. It's bullshit underwear, though, man. I did try it on, though, when I chased her around the house with my dick. I did. I was like, hey, mama, hey, mama, hey, mama. She's like, get away with that thing. I felt like a Yanomama warrior, dude. It's great. So, I'm kind of lazy. I'm down to like 6 pairs of underwear. So I put those in the rotation. Yeah. I was doing a show about 6 hours away from my house. And on the way home at about 3 o'clock in the morning, I had to pee really bad. And I had to pull into a rest stop on a highway. Any of you ladies ever been in a men's room, on a rest stop, on a highway? None of you? No good eggs in the room? Not one of you? No. Okay, good. Let me explain what happens in there. When I tell you, you're going to be like, you're fucked up. Here's what happens. Men go in there and stand shoulder to shoulder with other men with their penises in their hands. Yes, it sounds crazy, doesn't it? But we do it all the time. Every single one of us in this room does it, right, fellas? Oh, yeah, it's just porcelain, and you're standing there, and some guy comes up next to you, decides to take a look. Hey, the urinal peeper. That we put up with that. Ladies, we love you. We'll give you 4 walls and a door with a lock on it. You do whatever you want in there. I've seen video of what you do in there. Not because I put the camera in there, but yeah, man. You do whatever you want. Sometimes with us guys, they don't even give us porcelain. Sometimes they give us a trough. You guys ever pee in a trough? Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yankee Stadium, you pee in a trough. That's right. You know. Oh, but they'll class it up for us. They'll throw some ice in there, and then you pick an ice cube you don't like, and you melt that ice, don't you? You burn that fucking ice. You're like, I hate that ice cube and all the other ice. Give me another beer. There's ice left. Fuck it. They put that ice in there because if 2 men look each other in the eye while they're peeing, bad things happen. The universe explodes. You change your name to Carl. So here it is, 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta pee really bad. What do I gotta do, people? I gotta walk in, I gotta unbuckle, I gotta unsnap, I gotta unzip. I have to hold the sexy underwear down with my left hand and remove the apparatus with my right. And as I'm standing there peeing at 3 o'clock in the morning, my pants fell around my ankles. That's right, I'm standing bare ass in a public men's room at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what they call that in the business? An invitation. And that wouldn't be the worst part of it, but I hear a voice over my shoulder say, "Don't worry, bro, I got your back." What do you do? You can't bend down. You can't turn around. I kind of gave him the fisheye, looked over my shoulder, and there this guy was standing behind me with his coat open like this. He actually had my back, you know?
What the fuck?
But then a little voice in my head said, this guy's probably going to need a ride home. Thank you, guys. My name's Johnny Hollow. You've been a great friend.